how long does a property need to stay primary residence before it becomes a rental on a VA loan? You know, this is something people screw up all the time. They say it's 6 months or 12 months or 2 years. None of those are correct. The reality is you have to have intent to occupy at time of purchase. So are things allowed to change in a veteran's life after they buy the place? Of course. Hey, you know what? The military said I was moving here. I bought a house here. 2 weeks later, the military said, we changed our mind. Ha 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 ha. You're moving over there. Well, guess what? You can turn that property into a rental because at the time you purchased it, you had intent to occupy it. It's like, but wait a second, I didn't even get unpacked. Don't care. That was a legitimate legal VA deal. You can turn it into a rental property. If you take this to the extreme, yes, in theory, you could not even have moved box number 1 in or slept in there a single night if the military really called you, one day after you bought the property. It happens. Hopefully it doesn't happen very often, but it's legitimate to turn it into a rental right away. Now, just a word of caution here. Will people maybe game this? Hey, I have intent to occupy. This is something to be careful with because VA is very particular about occupancy fraud. That's what it is. It's fraud when you game it of, hey, you know what? I currently live in a nice, amazing house, and I would like to go buy a 1-bedroom, 1-bath condo right by the back gate. I'm going to live in that and rent out my current house. And then 2 days after you sleep there 2 nights, you go, you know what, this sucks. I'm going to go move back to my big house. That's probably occupancy fraud. You never really had any intention or any sensible reason to go live in that 1-bedroom, 1-bath condo. You were buying an investment property, claiming it as a primary residence so you could use your VA benefit to do it. This is the type of thing that's going to get people in trouble. It's going to get things like the Investigator General and some little group called the FBI involved that says, what really happened here. So don't mess with this. This is not an excuse to game it. This is just an opportunity to say, you know what? If you have a veteran where their life changed or they're not sure what their future holds, hey, when I look at my crystal ball, it only goes out about 2 years when you're in the military. So I don't know where I'm going to be 2 years from now. Okay, you can turn this into a rental. Well, what if I get orders in 6 months? Rental. 3 months? Rental. This is fine. This is where when talking to veterans and saying, this is why you have opportunities. And it's just one more reason why VA loans are awesome.